What's going on, Vault Hunters? Big Bad Dirty Dog here, coming to you from the Dog Pound. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We are back here on Borderlands 3 with another episode in my Legendary Weapon Farming and Review Guide series, where I show you where to farm some of the best legendary gear in the game, minus that in the Arms Race DLC, because, well, that's too much of a pain in the Gluteus Maximus. So with further ado, let's jump right in. So this week we are taking a look at the Legendary COV Pistol, the Hydrafrost, which only comes in cryo flavor. Now, the Hydrafrost's unique ability is it's always 40% melee damage, but accessory parts can increase the melee damage by 120%. So if you happen to have like a melee accessory on this weapon, which I do not, the melee could go up to 120%. So if you happen to get one of those, this would be a good one for a melee Amara build. And I always thought that would be like so cool. Maybe they'll do that in Borderlands 4. How cool would it be if you went to like markets and say, hey, I'm going to pay you this amount of money, I'm going to buy this particular accessory or this particular part to make the weapon even better, or I want to change the flavor of the weapon, I want it to go from cryo to incendiary, or I want to put this attachment on or that attachment on. That would be an awesome feature. I would love to see that in Borderlands 4, or even in an update or something like that. Tell me what you think in the comments. But anyway, yeah, this gun's always going to have 40% melee damage. Accessory parts, if you can get it, increase the melee damage to 120%. On kill, the weapon is charged with shock or fire damage for 10 seconds, and every second shot deals 200% of that damage. If you would like a God Roll one, now you don't have to be on any particular mayhem level to get this weapon, but if you do want a God Roll one, you have to be at least maximum level 72 to try to get the best version of this weapon. Max damage would be 16,014 times 4, accuracy 40%, handling 58%, repair time minus 3.5 seconds, fire rate 9.82 seconds, shots to break 64. Bonus stats 26% weapon damage and 10% critical hit damage. And after a kill, every second shot deals 200% shock or incendiary damage for 6 seconds. And as with all COV weapons, unlimited magazine size, but the weapon does heat up and eventually it will break. So looking at this one, I wouldn't say that it's a God Roll one. It is a pretty decent one. This is probably maybe the second or third best version of the weapon. And as you can see, it is 100% cryo efficiency, as it is a cryo weapon, which is why it only comes in the cryo flavor. Now, unfortunately, if you do want this weapon, you do have to have the Guns, Love, and Testicles DLC, because that is the only place you can get it. So you will go to down here to Xylorgus. You're going to go to Negol-Nishai. And from here, it's really not that far. You're going to come all the way over here, all the way up in this little area right here, in this little corner. And you're going to take on Chivalrous the Unscathed, who is a unique enemy to Negol-Nishai. Now the drop rate is only 15%, so it took me about 8 tries to get this weapon. And he is a flying enemy, so it is kind of an annoying fight. But it isn't really too bad. So I am back here on Pandora, my favorite spot to go to show these weapons off. And the reason I do this is because you're really going to get a good vision of how this weapon works. So we'll start with some of the easy enemies over here. The little skags. So you can see there, I got incendiary right there. So it does well on these enemies that don't have a whole lot of health. Now I am using a Burning Rocketeer class mod because it gives me 44% pistol damage. And I'm using a Ice Spiker Auto Idle because it gives me 28% shock damage as well as 20% cryo damage and fires 3 cryo projectiles that damage and pass through enemies. Again, I will show you my skill tree. I am on Mo's. I won't spend a whole lot of time on this. If you do have any questions, you can pause the video and leave your questions in the comments below. And Guardian rank always on. And again, always Mayhem level 11. Not really a big fan of modifiers, but props to you if you do like modifiers. I just don't. Now you see, It does have a fast fire rate, so it does burn through ammo pretty quick. So now we're going to go try it on some real tough enemies, and you got to really get a good handle on how good or bad this weapon is. One of these days I'll learn how to mantle. It doesn't help when these guys run. Now this weapon doesn't really have any splash damage, so you're okay to be kind of close up. This is a good close to... I try to go for headshots, because critical will definitely make this weapon a little better. And it kind of stinks when you get enemies with a shield and you're not getting incendiary, because it's random on which if you're going to get shot or incendiary on this weapon. You can see I'm already down to about 700 bullets. I'm going to cheat here a little bit, just so I can get back up. And you see it's decent for mobbing. I don't think I would use this against any boss. So yeah, again, it's not a bad weapon. I would say it's a mid-tier pistol. I think there's a lot better options. Again, it's fun to use if you're just kind of messing around. You're gonna burn through ammo a lot with this, especially with its fast fire rate and with it being COV. I'm gonna give this weapon a 7 out of 10. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the HYDRAFROST? Do you like it? What don't you like about it? Is this something you're interested in using? Are you using it? What character are you using it on? Tell me about your build. I want to know. So if there is a particular video you want me to make on a particular piece of gear, a gun, a shield, an artifact, class mod, let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to do a video for you. So that's going to do it for this video. As always, I love and appreciate all of you that take the time to watch, comment, like, and share my videos. It means the world to me. Much love to all you beautiful faces. If you are enjoying the content, as always, make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share the video, as it helps me out immensely. And turn on notifications so you never miss a video. So until next time, stay awesome, stay amazing, stay wonderful, stay fantastic as always. Stay beautiful, my friends.